How's it going, YouTube? This is WakeRunCollapse, and this is an entire booster case of Shining Legends. I can't believe it. They shipped it literally just in the case from plazajapan.com. I purchased it. They literally just slapped their shipping label right on top of the case and sent it to me this way, which is totally amazing. To give you an idea of what exactly we're dealing with here, that is a case. That is 20 Japanese booster boxes of Shining Legends. They're all going to be opened in this video. All of it. Every last pack, every last box shall be opened in this video. So if you are excited for my first mega opening of 2017, please hit that like button down below. It would mean a great deal to me. Feel free to leave comments as well throughout the video as we go. We're going to have to adjust some camera work as we go also. Let's see, can I even get in here? Yeah. Yep. Here we are. 10, oh, you can kind of see it. There we go. 10 boxes on the top row. 10 boxes on the bottom row. That is a full, thick case. Oh, man. So as we unpack all this, sorry, I'm going to have to take this off the desk so that we can make this work. We're going to explain the circumstances behind the purchase of this case. Oh. Move those there. So here's what's going on. We've already opened an entire case of Shining Legends on the channel already. We've opened 20 booster boxes, as we usually do with this style and size of this set. I should have to move this way down now. Sorry, I like to keep the boxes still in order. And we posted our sale video, and I basically got cleaned out within hours of most everything. The GXs hung in there pretty well, but the Shining cards got obliterated. All the full art sold. It's just totally insane. Not something I really could have prepared for in any way. And I certainly wasn't going to overprice the cards in an effort to, you know, make extra money on them. So what we're going to do here is make a new sale video tomorrow. You know, depending on when this actually goes up. We'll be making a new sale video tomorrow. So I want to get the whole thing in the background too if we can. That should work. And that will list every card that is pulled from this case, except if we pull a Mewtwo Hyper Rare or an Entei Hyper Rare. I still need those for my set. Anything else is going to be available. I'm just going to casually put that box over there. This is going to take a ridiculous amount of stacking and movement and things like that as we go. But mostly, I just wanted to get this monstrosity all on camera. Yep, 2, 5, 9, 14, 20. Yeah, 20 booster boxes. If you want a good look at what the boxes are like, I am going to be opening the first box, normal-like, where I'm going to show all the cards and, like, name the cards and stuff. And then after that, we're just going to be skipping the commons and uncommons. I'll shuffle right to the back of the pack and show the holographic card. And I'm probably not going to be sleeving anything aside from full arts or better, just because at this point I need to make sure I can save some time and actually upload this thing so that there's, you know, excitement per minute and you can actually enjoy this. I did not plan topics of conversation either. We're just gonna see how it goes. But because of the overwhelming response to the sale video, the fact that people, you know, really responded to these openings, to the fact that the cards exist, they want to add them to their own collection, and I want to treat myself as... Oh, actually, I can move this back just a little bit. There we go. I want to consider myself to be a good, you know, location, a good source of Japanese cards for people. I decided to pony up and buy another case. It was almost $1,000 for all the cards that you'll see in this opening, but once you see what could be pulled from these boxes, I would say it's well worth it. We're going to be pulling 40 Shining cards, because there's 2 per box. Probably about 50 GXs. I think my expected pull ratio based on the last case was 2.5 regular GXs per box. And then, of course, the full arts are better. I pulled 14 out of 20 in the previous case, so we'll see how we do in comparison to that. But yeah, you're going to see 400 Japanese booster packs open in this video, and every one of them is going to have a holographic card or better. So now that we're 6 minutes in, now the trick, of course, is going to be 1 to the front. And here we go. First pack has How, Croconaw, Purloin, Floatzel, a Scrafty, and a Marshadow Holo. Now keep in mind, I have pulled everything so far, essentially everything. So we got Energy Retrieval, Ivysaur, Minun, Ekans, a Golurk, and a Manaphy Holo. Hold on just a second, need to make an adjustment here. There we go. The good news is it doesn't look like I'm going to have to re-up on sleeves if I'm just sleeving the full arts or better. So that should save time also. So we've got Sophocles, Quillfish, Litten, Breloom, a Torkoal, and a Keldeo Holo. Great Ball, Voltorb, Zorua, Stunfisk, Feraligatr, and a Latios. Japanese cards are sturdier than English cards in general, so I'm not concerned about not sleeving them. DCE, Torracat, Totodile, Pikachu, Electrode, ooh, and a Zoroark GX, our first GX of the opening. Very nice. This is definitely the most expensive GX in Japan. Commands about 3 times the price of the other ones from the set, the Mewtwo, the Entei, the Raichu. But I do not price it according to that because I don't have that kind of market here. I mean, most Japanese retailers are selling it for $15 plus. So get a Lily, Larvesta, Bulbasaur, Volcarona, Jinx, and a Reshiram. But that's not an accurate depiction of how things are for me. Sure, I could, ship a ton of them over to Japan and sell them for a little bit more than I have been, but doesn't make much sense to me. Ultra Ball, Weasel, Golett, a Liepard, Venusaur, and an Yveltal. Also, background's pretty sick. I really do like that. Pokemon Breeder, Plusle, Ivysaur, Scraggy, Stunfisk, and a Zekrom. This is one of those new trainers, Damage Remover, even though it's just Damage Transferer. Minun, Shroomish, Incineroar, Carnivine, and there's our first Shining card. It's a Shining Celebi. Lovely stuff. So, like I mentioned before, oh, that's kind of weird. Like I mentioned before, the Shining cards being 2 per box, you will be seeing 40 of them in this opening. Insane. So you get a Catcher, Croconaw, Purloin, Ekans, Scrafty, and a Hoopa Holo. Good stuff. But the Japanese cards, I do not need to sleeve them as I go. I'm not concerned about surface scratches. I'm very careful with cards, but they're tough. They can deal with quite a bit. Sophocles, Bulbasaur, Pikachu, Electrode, Torkoal, and a Palkia Holo. I mean, that's not to say that the cards don't get bounced around a little bit in the boxes during shipment. So you get a Warp Energy, Litten, Quillfish, Voltorb, Arbok, and a Raikou holo. Because that's definitely the case. They gotta survive a plane ride and then a few truck rides to get here. As you get Lily, Zora, Torracat, Spiritomb, Breloom, and a Raichu GX, our second GX. Very nice. So the cards don't always come out perfectly mint, but for general, you know, wear and tear, just hanging around and stuff like that, as long as you're not shuffling them too much, you should be just fine. Switch, Totodile, Ivysaur, Golurk, Incineroar, and Virizion. I'm not sure how much English cards have improved in this regard. DCE, Larvesta, Minun, Weasel, Feraligatr, and Keldeo. I feel like they probably have. So How, Golett, Shroomish, Jinx, Liepard. First box. We're picking right back off where we left off. This is the Mewtwo GX Ultra Rare. Ultra Rare. Wild. This one I'll sleeve. This one I'll sleeve. In case you're not sure if it's an ultra rare or not, ultra rare in Japan means quite a bit more. 82 out of 72 with that shining flavor on there. Means quite a bit more because it's only for cards numbered after the super rares and the hyper rares. So basically your full arts and your rainbow rares. So it looks like me pulling 4 out of the first case, not a coincidence. Very, very nice. Sleeved and put over there. Those will be getting their own pile. And yeah, I'm gonna be sorting quite a bit of stuff after this is done. Damage Remover, Plusle, Zora, a Croconaw, Volcarona, and our first Shaman. Still have one more shining card to pull in this box. Box number 1. We've got Pokemon Breeder, Ekans, Litten, a Floatzel, Stunfisk, and a Manaphy. Here we have Super Scoop Up, Purloin, Bulbasaur, Venusaur, Scrafty, and a Marshadow. And in our final pack, which shining will we get? I'm not even going to guess. So we got Energy Retrieval, a Torracat, Pikachu, Scraggy, Arbok, and a Shining Lugia. Excellent. Very nice way to end the box. A beautiful card. Alright. This will take quite a bit of cleanup as we go. So I kind of will be sorting this and disposing of trash and extra packs and things like that, kind of on the fly. You know what? Do I want this over here? You know what? That might work out fine. What? No, it's not going to work out fine. Crud. Down there is okay. I don't need to go over there doing an opening. All the packs. And it's just going to get worse from here. Okay, box number 2. Hope you guys have had the opportunity to get something to eat. I ate before this, but I've got some water here for myself. So we're gonna do a little test run of skipping past the commons and uncommons. I feel like it's probably the right move given the size of this opening. But if it doesn't feel natural after this box, I'm just going to go back to it. There's so many boxes. Alright, so we got a Zekrom. This is going to be kind of interesting. Shaman. Cool. It's odd because I'm a lefty and the stacks are over there. Because I can't pull the scissors from the other side. I don't have precision of motion. There's Latios. Yeah, why don't I just do that? Not even card trick it. Evil Tall Hollow. Cool. I don't have famous hands like Darian, but I could try this. Shining Rayquaza. Very nice. There's a Marshadow Hollow. If you're not familiar, or very familiar with Shining Legends, there is one trainer card in every pack. There's a Manaphy. It's always in the final position, so when I do the card trick, it pops up to the front. There's always only one, though. Raichu GX. Cool. Virizion Hollow. Palkia. See, here's the trouble with this. This is going so much faster, which is pretty beneficial to me as we get a Reshiram. But the problem with doing it this way is that if I go back, there will be people who liked this way better. So you get Shaman. But there are other people who will have liked to have seen the cards. And get that type of experience for it. So really I'm probably going to be hosed either way. So you get a Raikou Hollow. Unfortunately, it cannot please everybody. There's a Hoopa. Maybe I'll do it that way. Maybe we'll just shuffle through the cards and show which cards are there. Mewtwo GX, awesome. Yeah, let's do that. We have a ton of boxes to get through, guys. Shining Genesect. Some awesome back-to-back magic right there. Mewtwo and a Shining. Yeah, I think this is how we're going to do it. Keldeo. And an Ultra Ball. Ooh, Zoroark GX Full Art. Very nice. We're going to take a minute on this one. A lovely, lovely card. This is my third. We did pull one for the collection already. And we did pull one which we have sold as well. Very pretty. 76 out of 72. The old super rare. Wasn't thinking I was going to get one in this box. But it will be curious to see how the ratio works out as well. There's Latios. Because like I did mention before, I went 14 out of 20 in my first case, which was not a sealed case, so it could have come from different sources, those boxes. And there's an Yveltal to round out that box. Got all the pack shavings everywhere. So that was, you know, that was a pretty quick box. About 6 minutes per box. I think we're going to keep up with that and see how it goes. I mean, the vast majority of you have seen these before, and even if you hadn't, I gave you a full tour of the set in box number 1. Well, there are a couple of packs that got stuck in there. So now we're on to box number 3. And I like that motion, so we're going to keep it for now. Unless I get some sort of shoulder pain or whatever from doing it, we're going to do it this way. Raichu GX. Still need that Entei. Weird to not get either box with an Entei. Zekrom, cool. Virizion. Love the Virizion artwork in the set. Really nice. Looks like it's painted. But, of course, still salty about no Suicune, which I don't understand. I don't know why they don't do something for it. I mean, Dark Rush had... Ooh, Shining Jirachi. Sweet. Dark Rush, which is way back, Black and White 4. So Dark Explorers for you guys, although I think it still worked out for you. Had EXs of Entei and Raikou with no Suicune inside. Ooh, there's your Entei. Cool. And this set's got an Entei GX, a Raikou Holo, and no Suicune. So I'm still pretty bummed about them not making Suicune an EX or a GX or a full art or anything of the sort just yet. And I'm very fearful that when they finally do it, it's going to be like a lottery promo or like a giveaway to people who competed in Worlds or something like that. Some sort of insanity. Ooh, more Shadow. So I hope that they decide against that. That would be way better. Manaphy? The quality of the uncommons, by the way, in this set, to get a Venusaur and an Incineroar in a pack that also features a holo, pretty insane. Actually, do they still put the prices on the packs in Japan? I don't know if they do. They used to, way back in the day, put the price in yen on the booster pack. I feel like it's around like 240 yen or so. So like $2.25 US to be able to get a pack like this in a Japanese store. Hey! We got another one. I feel like it's not quite as ultra rare as we once thought. It's a fabulous card. Don't get me wrong, a fabulous card and the best possible iteration of a Shining. I mean, look at the detail. Look at how well they capture just everything on this card. Can you see right up there that they've got that like shining foil pattern, but on the background of the card, like where the Mewtwo is located in that like tubing? It almost looks like the card is like warped a little bit. It's definitely not. It's clearly it's pack fresh. It's in great condition, but most interesting. So over the course of 23 boxes, I've now pulled 6 ultra rare Mewtwo's. But now is probably a good time to mention it. Says every WakeRunCollapse video literally ever produced. So you get a Zoroark, pretty cool. Pricing from the previous sale video is not guaranteed in the next sale video, so please keep that in mind. I will try to keep it as close as I possibly can. But if I, only pull a couple of a particular Shining card that I know will sell out at its original pricing, I will, have to move it up a little bit. If the markets have changed, I'll probably have to move those up a little bit too. There is also the possibility that something might get a small decrease in price if I pull a ton of them. And that is entirely possible as well. So I will not know until the sale video actually is posted and I've had an opportunity to sort through everything. So please keep that in mind. I will make cards available as much as humanly possible. However, if it is not possible to keep a card at that price, I will try to keep it as reasonable as I can. So we got a Hoopa Holo. Sure, you guys did hear that I mentioned that this case cost me nearly $1,000. So I do need to do what I can to protect my investment, but I'm going to be doing that in less intrusive ways as well. Like running an ad every couple of... Ooh, Shining Mew. Take a second with this one. Running ads every couple of boxes on this opening I think is a pretty good bang for your buck to be able to see an ad maybe every other booster box or something like that. Given the amount of content that is here, getting a 15 to 30 second ad every 12 minutes is pretty solid. Beats the crap out of that television. Get a Palkia. Of course, selling the cards and the fact that this is going to bring some increased traffic to other videos, hopefully, on the channel, will help out as well. And there's a Raikou to finish out box 3. Doing pretty well in the top tier polls department. Nothing new yet, but we did pull 2 Mewtwo Ultra Rares. And in our last case, we only got 2 Hyper Rares. I can't help but think that maybe they got the pull ratios backwards for Ultra Rare versus Hyper Rare. Because as much as I love that Mewtwo, I don't know that there's any benefit, at least from my perspective, to pulling 4 of the same Ultra Rare in a case when there's 4 different Hyper Rares and you only get 2 of them. Maybe that's just me. It is a great card though, and their selling enables me to, finance an opening like this. So I certainly don't mind. We'll put it that way. Stretch the body. You guys should do that too. Being sat at a computer screen for however long this is going to be is not great for you. So we got a Virizion, our first pack of box 4. We'll have to relocate these to some deck boxes in a little bit, I think. Keldeo. This is going to be a real project, by the way, once we're done. Shaman. Because I am going to have to go through and sort and sleeve everything. There's a Manaphy. Marshadow. When I did what was called the Ultimate Shiny Hunt, I don't know if you guys remember that. Back when Legendary Dream was a brand new set. So when would that have been? A little over a year ago? I think it was a little over a year ago. And we opened like 12 boxes in the same video. Those cards, those like specialty holos, I guess you'd call them, I just kept them in the boxes. Oh, Mewtwo. I just kept them in their boxes for a little while, and eventually I had to go back and go through them and sort them. But I never ended up sleeving them. I just kept them the way that they were, in their own separate deck box, and I actually sold from that deck box as we get another Shining Lugia. I just sold right out of that deck box. But I think the quantity, the sheer quantity of holos that I'm going to have from this opening is going to make that pretty much impossible. I mean, the common and uncommon cards alone, with all these boxes, is going to take up so much room. And there's a Palkia. Another one of those, I know I've said it before, but I might as well say it again. I'm not honoring any reservations for any cards, nor will I honor the fact that you requested a card in a previous sale video. As I did mention last week on the channel, I'm not sure what I'm going to be pulling in what quantities, and I don't want to have to go back and research through all those emails to find out, you know, who had expressed interest in buying a card, then go back and find out that you're not interested. Did I wait enough time for them to respond? And then try to find out the next person on the list, and eventually it's just nuts. And that is not feasible for this one-man show. So instead of doing that, we've got our own blank slate sale video that we'll be posting. And you can only request a card. Ooh, Entei. You can only request a card once that sale video goes live, which again will be sometime tomorrow. Whatever tomorrow is. There's a Keldeo. Right now, my hopeful plan, because I'm filming this on Saturday morning, is that my computer can take the day today to put all the files together. Manaphy. Put all the files together to get this ready to go out. And then it'll probably take a day or two to upload, to add any like fancy stuff to it. And then hopefully goes live on Wednesday. Wednesday would be best for me because Wednesday is not a good day for a sale video for me. Shining Celebi. Because of work and other commitments. But Thursday's not bad because I think I can stay up pretty late on a Thursday for a sale video. So in the future, if it turns out this worked out, great. And there's a Zekrom. So no full art in that box, no problem. At this point, these are all of our hollows or better. So I feel like I should probably start moving them into a deck box. There we go. My old X and Y1 deck box. I've got X and Y1, X and Y7, and Sun and Moon 3 sitting over there. We need some water too. Man, this is going to be a long video. We're only 20% of the way done, guys. So at this point, I feel like I still have a decent amount of viewership from who started this video. But if you make it to the end of this box, I want you to comment down below checking in after 5 boxes or something like that, or just make some reference to the fact that you got 5 boxes into the opening. That would be awesome, because that'll also encourage people to, you know, stick around and experience it for themselves. Something I want to talk about because it's now come up on the internet, which is where everything comes up these days. So we start a new pile. Is this notion of success in YouTube. Jordan Japan shared a comment on one of his newest videos from somebody who basically said, ooh, Mewtwo GX. That is not what they said. They basically said, that his channel wasn't that good anymore because he's got a certain number of he's not building his subscriber base as fast as some other people are doing, and that his channel sucked now, and Rip Jordan and all this really rude stuff that should not be said to any content creator at any point in time. To call somebody out for their subscriber count, for the speed at which they're getting subscribers. By the way, this kid has 10 subscribers. We'll point that out real quick. And Jordan fired back correctly that a lot of where subscriber growth is coming from, its genesis is clickbait titles and giveaways. And this is not true for everybody, of course. And some channels that maybe utilize one or both of those also have real quality content to encourage people to join their ranks. But it is a big factor in some of the growth that has been seen on YouTube these days. It's much more about giant openings. It's much more about keeping pace with the other top level content creators, and less about fun. And I remember when it was fun, because it was fun, and I remember how much fun it was. Weird as that might have been phrased. I mean, I remember back when I got super stoked that I got 80 views on a video. That I would get a few new subscribers, because, I mean, I did YouTube for a long time. Ooh, Genesect. Without much of a fan base at all. It just didn't really happen that way. And that was also back before subscriber count mattered all that much. I didn't sit at home and, stay up nights thinking, wow, when am I going to hit such and such, X number of subs, or my channel isn't successful until I hit X number of subs, or my view counts are a little bit down, or they're not as high as somebody else's. What am I doing wrong, and how am I going to get there? Like, I uploaded videos because I wanted to. I still upload videos because I want to. When I stop, then it's because I don't want to anymore. It's pretty simple, to be honest. But I hate this notion that if somebody is not gaining subscribers, their channel is dead. Because in Jordan's case, he's got 65,000 subscribers. By the way, that's 4 times the number of subscribers that I have. And while the amount of views and the amount of comments and things like that might be a not awful indicator of somebody's ad revenue, which I would never discuss directly the ad revenue of any other person on YouTube, that doesn't mean anything about the quality of their channel, the direction that their channel is going, or anything of the sort. If somebody has had something going on and they've not been able to upload, then, how are you going to call somebody out for that? If they're rebranding their channel, if they're trying something new and maybe the views are down, does that mean their channel is dead? Of course not. I mean, look at it this way. Here's another big timer example of changing up the channel. Shady Penguin. Who doesn't love Shady Penguin? And that doesn't mean that you have to watch him to enjoy him, because I don't watch any of his Yu-Gi-Oh stuff or anything like that. But I love Shady. Shady's my guy. There's a Zoroark. Shady is my guy. He produces quality content. He does what he enjoys, and people respond to that. And when he switched away from doing Pokemon stuff all the time, there was, a big backlash to that at first. And then people realized that he was making quality content. It was just catered to a slightly different audience. And now people show up because they like what he does. Is that a bad thing? Does that mean that his channel was dead when he was first making Duel Links videos and stuff like that? I don't think so. Ooh, Shining Rayquaza. Nice last pack. I mean, that's not representative of it at all. And then take my channel, for instance. I don't get a ton of views on my stuff. Do you think I'm bothered by that? No. Would I like more views? Yeah, because, ad revenue is cool, and getting extra subscribers means that more people out there are finding and enjoying your content, which helps to pay for some of the stuff, but I'm not going to change what I do. I'm certainly not going to be doing anything that in my mind is antithetical to what this channel is about. And this channel is not about how much money it makes, how many subscribers I get, how many people I can make click on my videos. Because if it was, I would have learned how to video edit a long time ago. I'm not interested in keeping pace with the big guys. I want to do something fun for the people who choose to watch me. And I enjoy it for myself. Without those two things, I wouldn't be making this video. I would hit the record button, I would stop, and that would be that. So now, here at the 40-minute, 45-second mark, you have passed through successfully 5 booster boxes. So please check in the comments below if you're 5 boxes through. Oh, there we go. Gone 2 boxes without a full art, so we're looking to break that real quick, if we can. We got a Keldeo in the first pack. And a Latios. I am going to have so many holos from this set afterwards. I'm probably going to be keeping the individual pricing for holos the same at $1 a piece. But in the future, if this video does not gain enough traction to sell off a bunch of them, you may see reductions in the pricing for like full holo sets or common to holo sets. Ooh, Shining Rayquaza. I didn't just see you or anything. Oh no, we're gonna go through this again. I pulled Shining Rayquaza the first 3 boxes in my first case. But for the time being, I think the pricing that I'm giving off is, you know, better than everybody else over here, or as good as everybody else over here. You know, in retrospect, I'm so glad that I didn't decide to do games for this. That would be a miserably long affair. Like if I did a beer game after a couple of boxes, if I did a randomizer after a couple of boxes, this video would take all day. And in fact, I just purchased a new memory card for this video. Basically just for this video, I dropped $30 on a 64 gigabyte class 10 memory card for the camera Walmart the other day, because I didn't want to stop recording in the middle of it, transfer all the files, and come back like 20 minutes later. It didn't make much sense to me. But now I don't feel like I'm on a timer. I feel like I can just do this as fast as I'm going to do. We do need to break our full artless streak, though. Hey, Jirachi. There's another Shaman. Man, I got so many of these cards. It's too bad there's no Japanese like bulk trade-in service for new boxes, or at least not that's available to me, because it'd be really expensive to ship over to Japan, and that's impossible. But it'd be cool if they had something like they did, you know, previously. Like you could send in, you know, what is it, 1,400 bulk for an English booster box. And most of the Japanese booster boxes are about half that. So if I could send in 700 bulk for a new booster box, I assure you I would be able to get cases. Mewtwo. Because there's a lot of that kind of stuff floating around. And I maybe have to get that sorted and selling for people. And a Zekrom. So wow, 3 boxes in a row, no full arts. If we do go 14 out of 20 now, it's going to be really exciting because we'll go 11 out of 14 in the next 14 boxes. He has 14 boxes left, guys. Gotta stay hydrated. Oh, man. I'm kind of grateful that we don't have any major releases in Japan for a few weeks. I've got, you know, a little over a month, which is nice. And as I've mentioned before, I'm actually going to be out of the country when Sun and Moon 4 hits. So I'm still going to ship DHL, but DHL's ability to get to me has been a little bit spotty. So I might be okay if they deliver it on Tuesday, because I'll be home. But if I'm not, I don't know, I'll have to figure something out. But it's kind of good for me because I still have to plan the remainder of my trip. As of right now, the plan is we're going to go to London for 3 days. Then we're going to go to York because we want to see York for a day. It's been highly recommended to us. Then we're going to be going to Place in northern England where my cousin lives to see her and her family. And then we're going to go to the wedding, which will be Saturday. Then we're going to ditch on Sunday morning so we can travel back to London for one more night, for Sunday night. And then we fly back out Monday afternoon. So obviously, I will be, you know, sightseeing like a regular human. I have a lot of stuff on the list. Actually, a girlfriend and I have a lot of stuff on the list that we want to see as part of our London itinerary. So we're still planning that out exactly, you know, how we want to tackle it. We do have a tour scheduled in Leavesden, which is where it's like the Harry Potter studio, and that I'm very excited about. Obviously, I will be looking to play some Go. Would love to catch a Mr. Mime in London. I just don't know how frequently they spawn. But more important than that, I want to spin all the gyms and get those into the game as well, because I think that's pretty cool. That's a really great aspect of traveling and also playing Go, is that you can spin and get these gym badges now at gyms, and then you can bring them up on your map. And it kind of like shows you where you've been. It's like its own little scrapbook. It's extremely low res, and it's not impressive at all, but it's cool to do. But right now, all my spins, I think all my spins are in Massachusetts, because I haven't played outside the state. But nonetheless, it is pretty awesome. Oh, Shining Mew, speaking of awesome. And it almost like encourages travel. Not that I'm going to be going to the Yokohama event, which is actually probably over by the time this goes live. But it's an awesome way to get extra money to cell phone providers. Because I'm going to want a data plan for when I'm over there. Now, somebody's going to have to remind me, though. I have to remember to set up on my Gmail account like an away message for, because I know like the first day that I leave, no matter how many times I say it, that I'm leaving the country and I'm not going to be around for a week and a half, I know that very first day I'm going to get an email from somebody looking to buy like an ass load of cards. I was recommended you by so-and-so, and I'm wondering if you've got these 157 cards for sale. It's going to happen. I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen. So I got to remember to put up an away message that says, I will be gone until blank. Are we going to get a full art in this box? Are we going to get another full art ever? It's getting kind of weird, guys. Reshiram. Oh, I'm getting nervous. Can't get shut out 4 boxes in a row. It can't happen. Give me a Raichu GX Super Rare. If I call it out by name, maybe it'll summon, like Beetlejuice. Raichu Full Art. Raichu Full Art. Raichu Full Art. It didn't work. Wow. Talk about a cold spot on the boxes. This is a frigid case so far. 3 out of 7? What is that about? You know what? Better to not get the bad boxes now. It's better to get bad boxes now than later. Because you want to reward people for sticking around in the video, right? And odds are, now that we've seen 4 dud boxes in a row, that the vast majority of the remainder of the boxes are going to be great. Even if it is only 12 out of 20, we've gone 3 out of 7, so we would go, what, 9 out of 13? That's pretty sweet. Plus you've seen all the shining cards, and we're only 51 minutes in, you're already 7 boxes through. 140 packs. Those of you who are, more familiar with the channel know I never, ever open packs at this rate. Just doesn't happen. I hope I'm not being punished by some sort of pull god for the sacrilegious way in which I'm showing the cards. But I have faith. I do have faith. Zekrom. Yeah, I mean, the holos in general in this set are so overpowered. I mean, Reshiram, Zekrom, Latios, Shaman, obviously they're legendaries. Yveltal, Manaphy, Keldeo. Obviously they're all legendaries, so they should be overpowered, but Virizion, it's not something we're used to. Every set up until now has had like a holo or two that are just like they made that a holo, or like it doesn't hold up to the other ones. It's an Entei. It won't be as popular, won't be as interesting, whatever. But here, all of them are good. The Hoopa is great. The Virizion is great too. Ooh, Shining Arceus, our first one of those. So we haven't pulled Shining Volcanion, but we did get Genesect and Celebi, Mew, Jirachi, Rayquaza, Lugia. So now it's just Volcanion that we're missing, I think. Which should not be all that surprising, as I think it was Arceus and Volcanion that I only pulled 3 of in my first case. Hey, there we go. The unfortunate streak is over with an Entei GX Super Rare. Nice and full art. Hello, friend. Looking mighty fine there. 73 out of 72, so the first numbered full art in the set. Pretty great. Pretty great. It's looking awesome. Actually, all the duplicates that I have over there are cards that I already had duplicates of. Yeah, Entei, Mewtwo, Zoroark Super Rares, and the Ultra Rare Mewtwo were the cards that appeared in my last sale video. So I wonder if I pull a Mewtwo Super Rare next. There's a Hoopa. A very messy pack. Oh, hold on. No, it's good. Everything's fine. Cards weren't falling over at all. Reshiram. So box 8, we get back in the game. That is exciting. And there's a Zoroark as well. Well, we're almost done with box number 8. I gotta come up with something new to talk about. Ooh, Shining Genesect. Nice. I don't know. You know what I think would be cool, actually, now that I'm thinking about it? So, when we got later on in the X and Y block, and I know we're not really later on in the Sun and Moon block by any means, but there's been so many releases that it feels like it has. Something that I think would be cool to break up the GX pulls in a booster box is if each set had like 2 Shining cards in it. Now that they've introduced them with Shining Legends, just kind of like they did with the Dragon types in Dragon Selection, to now, if they included 1 Shining per box, and there were 2 different Shinings in the set, I think it'd be pretty cool. You know, we've gotten all these awesome, you know, Shining Legends, as the name might imply, but if each set now had 2 different ones, and you pulled it in place of a GX, I think it might, or in addition to a GX, I think it might make those big boxes a little more interesting. They don't have to go crazy, it would be nice. Another pile of Hollows, GXs, and Shinings. Going into storage. Looking pretty good so far. Alright, we are 8 boxes down, 12 to go. You're 40% of the way through your content, my friends. And the intro's behind you too, so that's pretty cool. It's just all packs, plus a recap at the end, although I'm almost certainly going to have to cut to do that. Whew, alright. Nice to start with some fresh stacks. I don't do this much anymore, but I'm finding myself trying to look through the viewfinder of the camera so that I can experience them the way you guys are. Not that you're looking through the viewfinder of the camera, but I'm seeing what you'll be seeing. And as great as Shining Legends is, I feel like the main sets need a little bit of work to make them as entertaining as a box like this. So right now, those 30-pack booster boxes, they're not encouraging sales like a set like this is. Ooh. More back-to-back goodness. All right, back-to-back goodness with the Pokemon Breeder Full Art. I adore this card. Absolutely love this full art. Definitely the best full art in the set for me. Maybe the best full art in Sun and Moon. It's just fantastic. Zooming in right there. 77 out of 72. It's the only full art supporter in the set. But when you got Miltank so happy in the corner, how can you go wrong? You really don't need another full art supporter after that. Brings back fond memories of not that long ago when I pulled one for myself and I was so happy. We go 4 for 4. No, of course we can't. That would be ludicrous. Actually, one of these cards is sliding out, trying to play with others. I don't know how I feel about that commingling there, Hoopa. You're confusing the rest of us. For anybody out there who has picked up multiple, like several boxes of Shining Legends in your... Wow, I totally stacked that wrong. And you're looking for a good way to sort through your common and uncommon cards, I find that the easiest way to make completed common and uncommon sets is as follows. Cut one from every box, and then pull all the other stuff together. So the way I've been doing them to sell them out to people... Ooh, there's our Shining Volcanion. That means we got every Shining. Took 9 boxes, but we got there. The way I've been doing it is I've been making 5 stacks. I take all the common and uncommon cards from a booster box, so that's 100 cards. First, I remove out all the trainer cards. Those appear once every 5 cards, once your hollows and stuff are removed. So it makes it very easy to make a stack of all your trainers. Then I sort the rest of the cards into 4 piles. The first one, all the way on the left, has Grass and Fire type. Next one has Water and Electric. The next one has, well, Psychic and Stunfisk, I guess you would call it, but Psychic and Fighting. And then the 4th pile has Dark type. Sort them into those 4 piles and put the trainers all the way to the side. And then you've got 5 piles of the cards already partially sorted by number. And then from then you go into each pile and sort them by type. Trust me, you can sort very quickly this way. And then you pull out one of each. It's the easiest way for me to do it. Might not work as well for some people, but when I'm going through multiples of these, it's very, very handy. Box 9 done and dusted. We're back on track. Might run out of room in that garbage can, but I'm not that concerned about that. I could just take it and throw it on the ground if I run out of room. Ugh. Hold on, water break. Now's a good time for you guys to let me know. Are you consuming anything to keep you company during this opening? You got some food with you? You enjoying some popcorn? Or whatever you might be eating? Let me know in the comment section below if you've got a food or drink that is accompanying you on this journey through an entire case of Shining Legends. Need a hyper rare though. I need a hyper rare. Need a hyper rare Mewtwo. I'm less concerned about the hyper rare Entei. I can get that one online. But I would love to pull a hyper rare Mewtwo for my collection. It would be so fine. Hey, another Shining Arceus. Alright then. Keep those coming. Perfect distribution would be the best. Maybe not the most profitable, but the best. I would love to have 5 of every Shining at the end of this case. Besides, it's not every set that I can open 40 boxes of it on the channel. In fact, that's never happened before. I've certainly never opened 800 packs of the same set. Sure, there's a couple that I'm 500 plus on, but I've definitely never opened 40 boxes. Yeah, Collection Sun, Collection Moon, I opened 600 packs of each because I opened 20 boxes of each, and they were 30 pack boxes, which I learned quickly after that set to not do. Reduced it down to a case, which is 360. But some other sets like Gaia Volcano and Tidal Storm, I opened cases of. I've opened a couple of boxes of each on the side, and then there was a lot of like promo packs that featured packs from Tidal Storm, Gaia Volcano, Emerald Break. That maybe were just sitting around a lot, and they were good deals for me, so I ended up, purchasing them and opening those extra packs. Apparently, so did everyone else, because I have a ton of those left over. There's an Eviltaw. Marshadow. And a Manaphy. I'm very happy with my decision to do this for these packs. I'm very happy. I'm sorry if you're disappointed in it. There's another Shining Volcanion. Cool. Sorry if you're disappointed in it. I am. I definitely want to make the content that you guys would enjoy, but this is a quality of life thing for me right now. So I hope you enjoy it. Raichu GX. Possibility of that hyper rare lurking at the end of this box. It could be. It could be. Maybe just another GX, but I feel like something else is coming. Palkia. Reshiram. Don't troll me. Give me something good. Shaman, oh no. Scary times. Pack number 200. The halfway point. Is it going to give us something good? Nope. It's just a Raikou. So, I'm not sure if this is going to end up mattering, because we can show you right there. There's the A in the corner. So these are, first runs. I wonder if it's just... I wonder if all the good stuff is coming at the end, or if my first box was really good, or if this case might not be as good, or what might be going on. The fact that I didn't order it on release, maybe the pull rates are a little bit lower. I wonder. But we're going to find out together. Alright guys, we're 10 boxes in. We're 10 boxes in. You are 10 boxes in with me. And I really appreciate that. So if you want to go ahead and let me know in the comment section below where my 10 box squad is at, let me know that you're 10 boxes through, that you're hitting the halfway point, whatever you want to do, you let me know down there, because I need you. I need you now. Kinda needs you right now. Lady Antebellum just needs you now, even though it's not 1:15. But we are on to... Oh, that didn't work out at all. The packs are weirdly folded in here. We're on to box number 11. We have 200 more packs. Plenty more shinings. Plenty more full arts. Hopefully a completed set. But that seems pretty unlikely. I think we have a 1 in 6 chance of completing our set. If it's to be believed that this case is going to have 2 hyper rares in it, we would have a 1 in 6 chance of getting both cards that we need, assuming that they all have the same pull ratio. Hi! It's another ultra rare Mewtwo! How about that? No, I am stoked that I'm getting them. It is good. Ultra rare Mewtwo is currency for sure, so this does help. But anyways, as I was saying, 1 in 6 chance to pull them both, assuming that they are the same rarity and you can't get duplicates of the same hyper rare in a case. And then 1 in 6 that you pull neither. And I would go Raichu and Zoroark. That's a lot of assumptions though, so that is just a mere approximation of what might happen. There's Marshadow right there. Latios. Man, I can't even begin to show you what my storage looks like for some of this bulk. It's insane. I mean, that case that you saw there, picture it for, what, every set since Wild Blaze? Because I've yet to get rid of an empty booster box. I use it to store all the commons and uncommons. And then I just use like random other locations to store like the commons and uncommons from Booster Pack Frenzy or other random source locations, like when I buy a bunch of the same type of deck. Then those duplicates end up flowing around somewhere too. I need to come up with a system for unloading them and getting them to people. That's probably going to be my next sale video, with some sort of dedication to unloading bulk. But then again, I also have to show off like all the stuff that I got from Yute. I do need a new full art binder sale video. I do need to show my entire collection, my entire sale binder. I have a lot of things on tap. Gotta keep it going. Ooh, shiny Jirachi. Gotta keep it going with through the years, so I gotta check recommendations for that. And of course, stacks of packs, Booster Pack Frenzy, my salary job, and my life. So for everybody out there who thinks to themselves, wow, how do you not upload all the time? Shove it? I'm glad that you're 14 years old and your biggest concern is how you're going to do on your math quiz tomorrow. But I am real life in it over here. And unfortunately, real life does get in the way of the uploads. I am trying to upload daily, but I'm also not going to get mad at myself if it doesn't happen. Okay, I'll get a little mad at myself, but I won't see myself as a failure if I have to tend to more important stuff. In fact, for those of you out there, maybe this is something to take home, to take to heart. If you're a content creator who wants to upload daily and real life gets in the way of it, you shouldn't see that as a failure. You should see it as a success in prioritizing what you need to do. Because when you blow off like important things that you need to do in your life because you set this expectation for yourself that you're going to upload your YouTube channel today and nothing's going to stop you from that, and instead like you miss out on something like that's actually important in your real life, that people who know who you are going to care about it, you messed up, man. I hate to say it, but you messed up your priorities somewhere. And when you do choose to tend to that stuff, I mean, some stuff is out of your control and you get mad about that, but when you choose to tend to that stuff because it's important, then I'm pretty sure you did the right thing. Shining Rayquaza. And the last one, Reshiram. Oh, man. Oh, man. Really starting to feel it now. I'm feeling in like the shoulders and the upper arms, but also in my neck. Once my back starts hurting, you guys can sing the song. That's fine. This is as full contact as my unathletic self is ever going to be. What box do we think we're going to pull the final Ultra Rare Mewtwo in? I think we're going to get one more. I think we're going to get 4 in our case. Again, I'm going to say box number 18 will have the final Ultra Rare Mewtwo. I think it's going to lull us into a false sense of security, and then wham! Out it comes. What about our hyper rares? Where are those going to show up? I would love for it to be like 13 or 14 and then box 20 to have the like hyper rare Mewtwo. That would be sick. I know I can't control it. I want to be able to, but I know I can't control it. But if I were a wishing man and my wishes could come true, I would wish for good cards in the last box for me and you. Evil Tall. That was pack number 222 of this video. So many holos. To be honest, guys, I'm kind of blanking out on them. And TGX. At this point, an hour and 18 minutes, we have opened more packs than are in an English booster case. Because an English booster case is 216. And we've seen fewer cards, but way more holos are better. Way more. Because you're going to see 400 holos are better in this. And you would need, what, like over 1,000 English booster packs to get that? So 5 cases? Which would cost way more money than your Japanese one. And you'll end up with all that bulk that you have to trade in because the cost is not as effective. Now you see why I'm opening Japanese stuff. I get it earlier. I feel like I get it cheaper. Especially the way the pull rates are these days. I mean, for English and Japanese too, but... Ooh, hi! Get it earlier, get it cheaper, get the quality of the Japanese packs, and it's something different too. I mean, how much is an English case? 500? It's like 500 bucks for an English case. And obviously Shining Legends itself is a special instance. But you take a set like this and compare it to one of the better English sets. How do you think it stacks up? It's up to you. English cards you can also trade and play with your friends, so that adds a lot of value to a lot of folks getting English stuff. And it's more readily available. You can walk into a Walmart and buy it. I cannot walk into a Walmart and buy Japanese packs. I can barely find anyone at my local Walmart. Unless I go into the electronics section, then I will find people. because they want to sell me a computer / make sure I don't steal a TV. Which, when you look at my sinister beard, you understand why. There's a Latios. We're burning through this pretty fast. We're at 1 hour and 20. Yeah, we're doing okay. Evil Toll. A little better than 7 minutes a box so far, and that included my 5 or 6 minute intro and a regular box at the beginning. Shining Lugia, yes! Almost dropped you there. Sorry, Manaphy. Caught you at the last second. Alright, error pack. 6 Shining Mews. Let's go. Not quite, but we did get a Raichu GX in the last pack. So that's pretty cool. So is this the part where I can pretend to be a YouTube ad? What's a super easy way to tell that your bed is awful? The raw egg test. Let me prove it. Boom! And then it shows the girl with the goggles, and she drops a big glass plate on with the eggs onto the bed, and it's, no, purple mattress is awesome. And then that's like a 4-minute ad. And they got that weird Sasquatch one with Junior ripping through the mattress cover. And now they got a purple pillow thing too, right? Those purple things are insane. It was, entertaining the first couple of times, but it's 40% of the ads that I see is purple. I shut them off for a while where I wouldn't get them, and now I get them all the time. Again. And you want to know why I get ads all the time? It's because I respect the content that people promote on YouTube, and I want to reward content creators for their efforts, even if it's 2 cents every ad impression. I want them to be rewarded for it. It's probably less than that, actually. Actually, I would imagine to be less than that. Because it's not like every video that I have, like let's say half of people don't run ad blocker on YouTube. So if I have 2,000 people watch a video, 1,000 people see an ad in front of it, I don't make 20 bucks from that. That'd be sick. Oh, Shining Genesect. Now, where is my hyper rare? Where is my first hyper rare? This is box 13. Should be in here. Pulling hollows out the wazoo. We need a new hyper rare. Entei GX. Oh, this pack opening is very mechanical, very automatic now. I'm gonna probably struggle to just show the cards one at a time in my next opening. I might have to take a day or 2 off from opening packs. So get a Manaphy. Actually, it's probably gonna hurt my wrist by the end of the day, because I gotta go to work later. I'm working like 2 to 11 today. There's a Virizion. A lot of Gen 5 love, actually, in this set. Virizion, Reshiram, Zekrom, Keldeo. Ooh, there's a Mew. Ooh. Hey, Mewtwo full art. Awesome stuff. Who cares that it's not a hyper rare? Full art Mewtwo. Let's go. Very fancy. Very excited about that. I actually have another one sitting in a sealed top loader that's been paid for, and the sellers requested that I just wait a couple days to ship so I can make sure that they're home when they get it. Which is fine by me. 75 out of 72. Very nice. I will take it. Yes. Let's keep it going, guys. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going full steam. Sorry, that is the only good Beastie Boys song. And yes, I will fight you on it. Well, Sabotage isn't bad, but... Okay, now that we're 13 boxes in, I'd like to hear your predictions for when we're going to get hyper rares and how many we're going to get. I'm thinking the next box will have one, and then one other box, like 19 or 20, will also have one. Because I really do think we're still going to get two. But maybe you feel differently. Maybe we're going to get three. Maybe you think we'll get one. Maybe you think we'll get them in different locations. Now would be a great time to leave a comment in the comment section below. And let me know where you think our hyper rares are going to appear. Raikou. Last pack of box number 13. And it's an Yveltal. Cool. 6. Yeah, I always take 6 loose packs and use them as stuffing for the boxes. For all these commons and uncommons to go. It's not perfect, but it helps. Oh, man. Hello, squeaky chair. I got 7 more boxes to go. This is not cutting. Oh, no, it got there. It's just weird. Weird box, you know what that means? Hyper Rare Mewtwo. Is that how that works? Won't even seal up. It's like it doesn't want me to open it. Most entertaining. Look how much progress we have made with this case. It is 65% of the way open, guys. I'm proud of you for making it this far. Thank you for making it this far. We're just plowing on, hoping to break through soon with some hyper rare goodness, and even if we don't, we're still pulling GXs, we're still pulling Shinings, we're pulling another Zoroark full art. Okay. That's fine. You know what, I will definitely take that. Because if for some reason it doesn't sell on the channel, I can sell it aftermarket. That's cool. So far we've got 2 Zoroark, a Mewtwo, an Entei, a Breeder, and 3 Ultra Rares? Yeah. That's pretty good. Need that hyper rare. Goodness. Gotta have it. But this will definitely satisfy me for a box. It's definitely one of those cards that if I were to sell it online, I could fetch more than I've been asking on my channel. Because other people are basing it off of the Japanese pricing when you check eBay. Hi, got another one of you. When they check eBay, because that's what the Japanese sellers are selling it for. So I really don't think I will have any problem unloading that guy. I wonder how Japanese collectors feel about the one trainer per pack thing that they're doing here. I mean, a set like this definitely has more trainers than usual, so you're probably, on average, pulling the same number of each trainer per booster box. What would you say? I think there's like 13 trainer cards in this set, 60 through 72, if you include like the energy. So if you're pulling one in each pack, you're probably pulling on average 1.5 of each per booster box. That sounds about like what they would experience normally. But I feel like they probably appreciate the guarantee of a trainer card in each one of their booster packs. So, oh, wow, I almost went to sleeve that. What the hell am I doing? I went all backwards and stuff. I was talking. I'm not sleeving it. I'm not sleeving it. Oh no, I would like it, but I would also get into a lot of trouble if I could buy these packs in a store. That would be scary for me. You remember when Jeff did Pokemon Pack Daily? Oh, they sold it around where I worked. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Nice to get another shiny Volcanion, though. Zekrom. And yes, I know the cards have not been, well centered for pretty much the entirety of the opening. I could perfectly center them, or you could still be on, like box 10 or 11, or we could speed through it, and you guys have enough viewpoint. You know what I'm showing you. Man. All right, let's stretch it out. How you guys doing back there? I'm doing okay. That's what happens when you have an old guy doing these. Man. So at this particular point, I think we can actually restack these. That's all we have left. Just 6 more boxes. Oh, nice. Love cracking my knuckles. Good noise. Is that cut or no? Box number 15 is upon us. Is this finally going to be the one? Are we finally going to get a hyper rare? It feels kind of funny to open 280 booster packs of a set without getting a new card. Especially when the set itself is not completed, but that's what these pull ratios are these days. That's how this works, guys. That's how they get money off of me, you. No, just it's just you. They don't get money off of me. Hashtag spawn, hashtag ad. That would be pretty sick. If I like wore an Ami badge like a poker player sitting at the final table. And I did a face cam and they like helped me out by reducing costs for me or something. Not that this case is even from Ami because they have limits on how much you can buy. Which is why I couldn't buy from Ami, which is why I had to, no offense Plaza Japan, pay more with you. But hey, I bought it from you at all. You should be stoked. I actually bought it on Saturday and it came on like a Wednesday or something, so that was pretty sweet. Their prices are a little bit higher for their booster boxes, to the tune of like maybe $4 a box, something like that, $4 or $5 a box. But I also got hit because they don't have DHL shipping, which is a lot cheaper for me. DHL cost me like $45 to ship here when I got my case from Ami because it's just a lot cheaper for them. EMS through Plaza Japan was $100. So I still definitely recommend Ami, but I did what I had to do to ensure successful delivery of this case so that I could get it up in a timely fashion and have these cards available to you guys. Plus, this case wouldn't be nearly as fun if there was already a new Japanese set out. That would kind of stink. Just be like, what is this guy doing? There's a Reshiram. Hey, another Shining Volcanion. Definitely not going short on those this time. Palkia. Eviltal. Oh boy. There's 4 more packs left in box number 15. We could go 75% of the way through without a hyper rare. 75% of the way through a case without a hyper rare. Now, I don't know what the accepted pull ratio is for a rainbow rare from English booster boxes, but it seems too rare in Japanese. It just seems too rare. I mean, this is my 35th box of Shining Legends, and I've pulled 2 hyper rares. And there's 4 different ones in the set. That don't seem right. Entei GX. That's pretty much going to seal the deal for that. Last pack. Oh! That was kind of cool. I did not expect anything out of that box. Hello. So she pulled another Full Art Entei, immediately following an Entei GX. So we get its Full Art variety. Huh, how about that? Pull ratio coming home to roost, though, because now we got a second Entei. We've got the 2 Zoroark, Mewtwo, the Breeder, and then the 3 Ultra Rares. So I'm going to say I'm going to go 4 out of 5 in my final 5 boxes. I'm still believing that I get 2 hyper rares, 1 more ultra rare Mewtwo, and a full art Raichu. Because we've yet to get a full art Raichu, and I think that's kind of weird. So I think we're going to end up going 13 out of 20 out of this here case. And at this point, 1 hour and 40 minutes into the video, my friends, it's time for the 15 box check-in. We are 15 boxes through. If you are there with me, let me know in the comments section. I would love to hear that support from you guys. Even though I can't see it right now, I would love to know that that support is there. That you're helping me out, that you're also encouraging others to continue on, because you know that there's good stuff yet to come. Oh man. And to think that we're nearly at the length of an average major motion picture these days, unless it's a Marvel movie, which is insanely long and not interesting. Sorry, I don't like them. But you don't have to buy it. This is free entertainment, and in exchange, we hope and we love and we appreciate you, and hope that you'll watch the ads that help promote and support the content. I think that's a pretty good deal. Wow. Actually, we have gone 4 packs in a row now, because we've got Entei GX, Entei Super Rare, Shining Lugia, Entei GX. That's never going to happen again. Oh my god! Okay. Alright. There's our Hyper Rare. And it's a Zoroark, which we already have, but is very, very, very nice. It's beautiful. I love this card. Let's zoom in right there. For your proof, 81 out of 72, Hyper Rare. You guys stuck it out this long. I'm glad that you're finally rewarded for it. Unfortunately, it's one I've already got. And that's a little bit of a bummer. It means that I will definitely not be completing the set after this case, but my fingers are crossed. I'm hopeful that I will pull another Hyper Rare and it will be one that I don't have. But this is excellent, and I'm very, very happy that this is not going to be a Hyper Rare-less box. Because that would, well, that would blow. Ah, so nice. Zoroark Hyper Rare. I'm going to have to price check that one. I feel like it's not going to be cheap at all. I feel like it's like 40 bucks or something like that. But I gotta check it out. I gotta find out. I'll get back to you. 5 packs in a row with the GX Shining, Full Art, or Hyper Rare inside. That's insanity. The rest of this box is gonna be boring. Be falling asleep during it. Just opening it, I'm gonna be falling asleep. No, just kidding. It could be a 4GX box too, you never know. There could be 2 more GXs to go along with the Shining in here. Zekrom. Shaman. Shaman needs to be featured more prominently as land form. Maybe that's just me. And a Zoroark GX. That bodes pretty well. With all these packs left, there definitely could be a Shining and a GX left. Could be one of them stacked boxes. And at 1 hour and 45 minutes in, as we get a Shining Celebi, I can now talk a slight bit of trash about a particular type of viewer that's out there. Because right now, if you're at this point in the video, I'm preaching to the choir. Because I know that if I didn't do a recap at the end of this, I would get complaints in the comment section about not doing a recap at the end of it. I just want to see what you pulled, says the person who clicks on the super long video with no intention of watching it. And that's okay if you want to click to the front, but to complain about it in the comments section is ludicrous. It's like, well, I gave you your view on this video and didn't watch it, which actually hurts your analytics because people are watching a smaller percentage of it. But now I'm going to voice my opinion and demand that you do a recap at the end of it, because that's what I want, because I don't want to watch your content. I just want to eat the pie at the end. And you can't have it both ways. You know, you can watch a video and lodge a complaint about it if you want to, as long as it's, you know, reasonably well-founded. You can not watch the video, skip to the end, and catch a recap or not, but you don't get to complain about a video that you didn't watch. That's just how I view it. You relinquish your right to bitch about a video if you are not willing to put in any manner of time to enjoy it as it was intended. And yeah, that was a 4G Xbox. Pretty solid. But yeah, I'll recap the GXs are better. It's fine. All right. Box number 17. I haven't had to get up to go to the bathroom yet. That's pretty cool. I'll have to do it, you know, in between this and the recap, but whatever. It's called Time Budgeting, my friends. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think we get Raichu Full Art in box 17. Right here. I think we go Ultra Rare Mewtwo in box 18. 19 is a dud, and then 20 will have our last Hyper Rare. And I think it'll be Mewtwo. I think we'll be rewarded for this case with the Hyper Rare Mewtwo. I do. Of course, I could be monstrously wrong, and there could be nothing in the last 4 boxes. Oh, actually, I have to move these over. There we go. Suffice to say, this recap's going to be fire. But we're 80% of the way through, guys. We're 80% of the way through. This is pack number 322 for you. And it's got a mana fee, which you've never ever seen before. Pulled only 1 in every 1,000 boxes and I've been insanely lucky. Just kidding, it's not the Eviltal and Xerneas from Legendary Dream. There's a Virizion. And a Palkia. So if we do as well as I hope that we do in the last few boxes, this is Shining Jirachi right there, it will be pretty much on par with our success rate with Shining Legends in the first case. And that's good, because it points to the fact that it was likely a case that I got the first time around. But it also would help out you guys, because then you have a much clearer idea of what the expected pull ratios would be from Shining Legends, and what you might enjoy if you decide you're gonna pursue this set but haven't done so already. Mewtwo, yes. Remember when they used to do like regular gold border Pokemon? Whatever happened with that? It was awesome. It was fun. Sometimes not so much, because they would make cards that weren't quite as interesting. Like, I don't think Golurk and Altaria was the intended mindset behind some of those golden cards, but it's what they did. Then, I mean, they also had Charizard and Blastoise and Plasma Gale. I think that was closer to their intention. Garbodor. But like Virizion had a golden card, and where was it? Was it Megalo Cannon? Did it have the EX and its shiny version in the same? I feel like it might have. There's a Raikou. I feel like there hasn't been that much in this box now. But anyways, the gold border trainers are alright. Ooh, that's more than alright. Those are alright, but I would like to see, you know, the gold border ultra rares for Pokemon kind of making a comeback. It doesn't have to be super crazy, but it would be cool. Anti-GX. So likely nothing in this pack. Unless we're going to go 3 in a row again. Yep, and a Shaman. So hopefully that's our final dud box. My fingers are crossed for that to be the result. Because at this particular point in time, we're at 1 hour and 53 minutes and change in this video. And right here, or maybe I could get one more box in. This is where, on my 32 gigabyte card, I would have to cut the video. So I'm really glad I don't have to now, because it means I can keep going without breaking, you know, moving all those files over, transferring them, which, believe it or not, because my reader is busted, it requires a restart of my computer. I have to plug the thing in and restart it for it to detect that it's there. Anyways, it'd be a lot of work, so I'm glad I don't have to do that. Oh man, that was weird. It's a work in progress. Anyways, box number 18. Show me something good. We're nearly to the end, guys. I'm proud of you for getting this far. I'm rewarding you by seeing a Shining Lugia in the first pack of box 18. And pack number 341. And a Raichu GX. I would find it a bit peculiar if we did not pull a Raichu full art. Now, I know that you don't have the guaranteed pull ratios out of a Shining Legends booster case like you, or a booster box, like you do with the main series sets now, like what we experience with Battle Rainbow, Darkness That Consumes Light, where you're guaranteed a full art or better in every box. But I would still find it strange if we pulled duplicates of one full art and did not pull the other, now that that change has been made in the main sets. I mean, I remember back in Wild Blaze, I think I pulled 3 full art Kangaskhan's and 3 full art Magnazones without pulling a full art Lysander from my case, which is hilarious. But they seem to be more balanced now. And we did pull all the full art, well, all the super rares from our first case. Mewtwo GX. So I guess the only way to find out is to keep on plugging through. We will reach the glorious end eventually. Hey, Shining Celebi. I cannot get enough of those shining cards. They're so cool. They're so cool. Why are they so cool? Tell me, please. Palkia. You know who needs another card is Terrakion. We need more Terrakion cards in the TCG. You know, I'll take a GX in the next set. Could be a sweet way to reintroduce him. Terrakion GX. Oh, and as a full art, he'd be so beast. As well, if he were shiny. Oh. My man, the King Nappy would be over the moon. Hey, we said box 18, right? Did we say box 18? I think we did. Hi. There's our hopefully final, can't believe I'm saying that, hopefully final Ultra Rare Mewtwo of the case. That is number 4. We have, again, a playset of Mewtwo Ultra Rares. Beautiful stuff. Such an incredible design on this card. Wow. Now, can the last 2 boxes hold up their end of the bargain? That's going to be key. That's going to be key to our success here. Because we have done very well, but I think that would put this case over the top. Going Raichu Super Rare, Mewtwo Hyper Rare in the last 2 boxes. All right. I can scarcely believe it, but just before the 2-hour mark, there's only 2 boxes to go. This has been loads of fun for me. I hope it has been for you also. If you're still watching, at the very least, you chose to dedicate some of your time to this video, to this channel, and that speaks volumes about you, not me, you. And I want to thank you for that. So, thank you. With 40 packs to go, how can we finish this off? Shiny Jirachi is a good start. We got a Palkia. Oh, they're sliding. We did so well to get to this point. Now they're sliding. I'm not even sleeving them either. You figure they'd be alright. I think part of the problem with the holos in recent sets is that they actually tend to curl a little bit over time. So it's kind of tough to make a stack that stays flat. Obviously, common and uncommon cards, it's really not a problem. But those holofoil ones, for some reason, if you just kind of leave them out on their own, with no pressure on them, or if they're sleeved and they're just kind of sitting there, over time, the lack of pressure that they did experience in the box tends to move them a little bit. Of course, the card itself is not damaged. Hey, we got a Raichu. All right. The card itself is not damaged, but still, you want to keep it in tip-top shape whenever possible. There is our Raichu GX Full Art. 74 out of 72. So that does it for all the super rares. We've now pulled them all 5 of them. We do have the one hyper rare. We've got a few duplicate super rares, and of course, all those Mewtwo ultra rares as well. Very, very nice. Oh boy. The hype for the last box is getting unreal. Is it going to have that Mewtwo in it? Is it going to have a hyper rare at all in it? What treasures lie in wait for us? I don't want you to do it yet, but if you haven't done it already, I want you to get your commenting fingers ready for when this box is done. Even if you have done so already and you feel like participating, as we see a shining Genesect, I'd love to see you guys turn out in droves for this one. Man, this set, I'm telling you, this set. If I knew I could sell them all over again, I would buy another case. Well, maybe not to open right away, but if I knew I could do massive mega openings that people would enjoy, that would rejuvenate interest in Japanese cards, as long as I knew I could make it profitable, or even just break even. If I knew I could break even on it, I would make the time investment to do it, because I don't want these to die out. I don't want these to be relegated to the big channels who only do one opening of each every time they come out. And trust me, I applaud them for it. Clearly they enjoy the Japanese cards too, but it's too niche for that. And it's just, it doesn't afford, you know, Japanese collectors the opportunity to see stuff on this scale. And I've been opening cases for 3.5 years now. I can't let it die out like that. I won't do it. Okay guys, here's where I need you the most. I need you to send me all your positive vibes. I need you to hop into that comment section. You can do it however you want. You can do it in all caps, you can spell it backwards, you can spell it all lowercase. You can put one word on every line and have it spell it out in capital letters going all the way down. But what I need from each and every one of you right now is I need you to go into the comment section and I need you to write last box hype, because we are now on to the final box of the case. And I'm hyped, and I know you guys are hyped, and I really need those good vibes to pull that hyper rare Mewtwo out of our final booster box. So please take a second, hit me with that last box hype in the comment section, and let's get into this. just an immense amount of pressure on the success of this box. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that we can do it. A Keldeo out of the first pack. Shaman, very nice. And believe you me, I do appreciate the whole set. From top to bottom. They've really done... Ooh, there's our Shining Volcanion. They've really done an amazing job with the inclusion of certain artworks and certain mons in this set. I really hope that they take a hint from the level of sales that I'm sure they are enjoying from Shining Legends and use it to really transform what they do with Japanese releases going forward. Here's a Mewtwo GX. Because this is a high point for them, and I really don't want them to lose it from here. Palkia Hollow, very nice. Oh, hold on. Get back over there. Marshadow. And Zekrom. It would be kind of cool for them to do. They were going to do like a mini release, is do like a fossil mini release. Where they have like all the mons that come from fossils in like a mini set. You could open like a few packs of or something like that. And then like a couple of them would get like GX cards and full art cards. Like Kabutops would get one. And then like maybe one other. Very nice. Like Kabutops as a GX and Tyrantrum as a GX would be awesome. Just like a 25 card setter. I don't really know how many fossil Pokemon there are. But it'd be pretty cool. Here's Entei GX right there. I'm going to go down to the wire on this one. Here's Virizion. We do still have one more Shining to pull. There it is, the Shining Arceus, our final Shining of the case. We get the God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more packs. 6 more packs out of 400. Chasing that hyper rare Mewtwo. Or hyper rare Entei. We got Raikou. Palkia. And there's Hoopa. Alright guys, getting down to the final few packs. Reshiram, oh no. Oh boy. Second to last pack of the case is just a Keldeo. Oh man. The hype is unbelievable now. We're on our last pack. Are we going to pull a hyper rare? Are we going to pull anything? Is it even going to be a GX? We're doing the card trick. We're doing the card trick. We've got Damage Remover, Torracat, Pikachu, Scraggy, and Arbok, and a Zoroark GX. Of course, I don't do it for boxes and boxes and boxes. So, unfortunately, we did not pull another hyper rare in our booster case, we did get a little bit of last pack magic in our last box by getting that Zoroark, but we didn't spike the second hyper rare, and that is a bit disappointing, to open an entire case and not get a single new card. But that's the way it goes sometimes, and the great news is we have all this wonderful stuff to recap for you. So many things that we were able to pull. So excuse the first cut that you're going to get in this video after the 2-hour, 12-minute mark or so, and I will be right back with a recap of GXs, Shinings, and the best cards as well. Alrighty guys, it's recap time. Yeah, it's recap time. So, in the 2 deck boxes in the back, we've got all of our holos. All of them. None of them are sleeved. And you know how much less room they take up when they're unsleeved. That's one. And there's the other. Yeah, we pulled a lot of holos in this. I think the final count was 298 holographic cards in this opening. And for the remainder, we've got 50 GXs, 40 Shinings, and 12 full arts or better. Let's go through them. 15 copies of Entei. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 11 copies of Raichu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 13 copies of Mewtwo. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. And 11 copies of Zoroark. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. For a total of 50 GXs in this opening. We also managed to pull 40 Shining cards as expected. No fewer than 4 and no more than 6 of each variety. So we've got Celebi, 6 of those. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Genesect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Volcanion. 1, 2, 3, 4 on Mute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Jirachi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on Rayquaza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Lugia. And 1, 2, 3, 4 on Arceus. And of course, the cream of the crop, the best available pulls. For full arts, we pulled Entei times 2, 1 Raichu, 1 Mewtwo, 2 Zoroark, 1 Pokemon Breeder, 1 Lonely Hyper Rare, unfortunately the only bad spot in this opening, and it was Zoroark, so we did not get either of the cards we needed for the set, so I'm definitely not buying more boxes to complete it. I'm just going to get them online. And last but not least, 4 Ultra Rare Mewtwo's, which means that I've now pulled 8 copies of this card over 40 boxes. Guys, there are no words. There are no words to express my gratitude for you watching this opening. Thank you so much for checking it out. It really means the world to me. If you would do me a favor and hit that like button, and maybe consider subscribing if you're new to the channel, that would do wonders for me. I would really appreciate it. But mostly, it's just been a real privilege to serve you today and to bring some content that hopefully you have enjoyed. It's very atypical for me. I won't do more than 1 or 2 of these a year. Just not something that's in my business model, we'll say. Tomorrow, the sale video will go live, so you're free to email and message me once that goes live with the list of cards that you're looking to purchase. Both PayPal and cash by mail will be accepted, just to give you the heads up. Give me some time to work on this, get this all up and running. It'll be a few days from filming this to actually having it go live on the channel, so I will need some time, but when it goes up, I will have hoped that for you guys still watching, it did some good. So thanks one last time for checking out the video. Really do appreciate it, and I will see you back here tomorrow.